Well, hello there, guys. Welcome back. I had one of the last videos I did. I had talked about my, five of the most underrated jerseys that I have in my collection, and a comment, and somebody I can't remember who it was. They left a comment talking about, what my thoughts were on the new reversible Toronto Maple Leafs jersey. And it had reminded me, I was like, oh yeah, I was going to talk about that a little bit. As I'm wearing one of my my old school Leafs jerseys. I love this. This is still one of my favorite jerseys. I absolutely love it. Of course, it's got, it's my Doug Gilmour jersey. And I mean, I've always, this particular jersey from the 80s is just, the 80s style and early 90s is fantastic. But I did want to discuss a little bit about the reversible. First time I've ever seen a reversible hockey jersey. It was the Toronto Maple Leafs in conjunction with Justin Bieber to collaborate to make a jersey. And I thought it was interesting when I first heard it. I was like, wait, a reversible hockey jersey? It was interesting. Because the main side with the main Maple Leafs logo on it, because I mean what it reminds me of, the old black ice fashion jerseys like Reebok used to have. And that's kind of what it reminds me of. I mean, it's black. It's basically a black jersey with, it's got a couple of blue stripes on it. The maple leaf on the front actually looks pretty cool. I mean, when, especially on a red background, or red background. There's no red in the jersey. Red background. Good grief. Yeah, there's no red in the background on the Maple Leafs jersey. On the black background. And it's interesting because from what I had heard on the sleeve is a silhouette of the skyline of Toronto, and the same in the Maple Leaf logo. Which, that's cool. That is a really neat kind of deal. And because I mean it's interesting how you can come up with something like that, to make that design and incorporate it literally into the jersey itself, on the sleeves and in the logo. But the interesting thing is, you've got, the main side, the Maple Leaf side. I mean, it's just like, a regular Adidas jersey. But what's weird is, I mean, you go and you flip it inside out, and you've got, you've got the maple leaf, the inside out maple leaf, but then you've got this other little maple leaf there. I can't remember what, I can't remember what the name of it is supposed to be, but it's like one of Justin Bieber's brands or whatever. And it's interesting because I mean, on the normal Adidas jersey, you've got the NHL shield right here, which I mean, you flip the jersey inside out, that's not there. I mean, everything is inside out, and it's interesting. It goes from black and blue on the main part. You flip it inside out, and it's black and yellow, or black and gold. Very, very Boston Bruin type. Which, yeah, tell Maple Leaf fans about the Boston Bruins. And yeah, they'll tell you some interesting things about the Boston Bruins. They're not real fond of them. But it's interesting. I mean, you know, you can see the silhouette of the Maple Leaf where it's sewn in. You've got the entire silhouette of the Maple Leaf on the inside. And then you have this other little Maple Leaf that's yellow. And it's got like two eyes and a smiley face. And the smiley face says Leafs across it. Which, I mean, it looks kind of neat. It's, you know, it's not horrible. But I mean, you don't have the NHL shield here. And you know, you have the fight strap. The fight strap, which, you know, is supposed to go on the inside of the jersey, but you go and you reverse this. You turn it inside out. You've got the fight strap hanging out the bottom. Hang on a second. Let me give you a little example here. Okay. Now we got the Toronto Maple Leafs jersey here. We got just the normal Maple Leafs jersey. You know, nothing too fancy. This of course is the outside. You got the Maple Leaf here. Of course, you have the NHL shield up here. So I mean, you've got that and the Maple Leaf there. So if you go and now let's turn this inside out. Once we grab the sleeves here, I'm not one who normally turns these inside out. I don't really do that very often. But I mean, you turn it inside out, and here's what you got. You have, well, that's the back. So you go and you have, you know, there's the silhouette of the Leaf on the back side. Now on this other one that they have, the reversible one, they have another little Maple Leaf that's yellow that's stitched inside this part. And it says Leafs in the leaf itself. Now, obviously you do not have the NHL shield on there. But here's the thing that I'm not too crazy about. I mean, the front side is great with the black and the blue, with the silhouette of the skyline. What I don't like about when you reverse it, look at the fight strap. You walk around with that thing turned inside out, and this thing is on the outside now. This, to me, when you're walking around, it makes you look like you have a tail. That's what that looks like to me. So I'm not that crazy about the reverse side because you have the fight strap in there. And when you turn it inside out like this, you're walking through, I mean, the fight strap can be just dangling around. It literally makes you look like you have a tail. And that's what I'm not crazy about when it comes to the reversible part is I mean, you're going to walk around. You know, I mean, the concept is interesting. The concept is interesting for sure. But when you turn it inside out, again, you don't have the NHL logo showing. The neckline is, you know, I mean, it's not, you know, I mean, the honor, pride, courage is there on the back side where the fight strap that looks like a tail is. So, I mean, that's a little, I mean, it's an interesting, creative kind of thing, but it's just, I don't know, I really don't know exactly how practical that it truly is to have that, because of the fact that when you turn it inside out, when you reverse it, the fight strap is on the outside of the jersey instead of inside, so it's on the outside now, and it does. I mean, you walk. I mean, if I had that jersey and I turned it inside out and I was walking around with it, I know just my friends going out to some of the places that I like to go to meet up with friends, they're gonna look at that and they're gonna be like, dude, why, what are you wearing? They literally would be asking me, what are you wearing? Number one, and they'd be like, you look like you're walking around with a tail, because the fight strap, honestly, to me, looks like a tail, like you're walking around with a tail. So, the one side, I don't mind. With the main maple leaf, the black and the blue with the skyline silhouette, that's cool. I like that. That's nice. It's when you turn it inside out that I think the problem kind of arises. I like the idea, but it's to me it's not real practical, because again, if you're gonna have a fight strap, you're gonna turn it inside out and you're gonna walk around and you're gonna look like you have a tail. I mean, honestly, you're gonna look like you have a tail, and people are literally going to give you crap, most likely. Especially here in Minnesota. If the Minnesota Wild ever tried something like that, people walk around with a fight strap hanging. Number one, so many things could have, so many pranks could happen. I mean, if there's two people that are standing close to each other, and you have that fight strap on the outside, do you realize how tempting it would be for a lot of people to just kind of sneak in there, unsnap the fight strap, and snap two of them together, and then watch them try to walk away, and all of a sudden, whoa, they're wondering what the hell. Your fight straps have been snapped together. That's what would happen here in Minnesota. I guarantee that would happen in Minnesota, because people in Minnesota, they're just, they're especially hockey nuts. That's what they would do. And honestly, I would probably try something like that, because I'm kind of a goofball like that. So, that's the one thing about that, is there's so many things that could go wrong with a fight strap on the outside of your jersey. The fact that, number one, you look like you have a tail, and number two, if you've got two people, they've got the jerseys inside out, they're talking to people, not paying any attention, somebody can just come along, unsnap both of the fight straps, and snap them together, and then let the hilarity begin. So that's kind of my thoughts on the reversible maple leaf jersey. The main side, I think, is great. It's really cool. The concept is cool. The colors, incorporating the silhouette of the Toronto skyline, that's cool. It's when you reverse it, that one kind of loses me. I mean, it's not a bad look, but it's just, especially when you're the Toronto Maple Leafs, your colors are blue and white. and you're going to be walking around in a jersey that's been reversed, that's reversible, and the other side is black and yellow, and is very similar to the Boston Bruins. So, I don't know. That's kind of my thing. I like the one side. The one side's cool. The reversible side, not so much. Especially, I mean, yeah, you're walking around with a tail, and the potential for having two fight straps get snapped together, and then you're wondering why you can't really walk away from anybody. Well, that's kind of why. And then somebody would say, yeah, your two tails got wrapped together here. Your two tails got snapped. So that's kind of my thoughts on the reversible Toronto Maple Leafs jersey. The one side, cool. The one side works. Other side, nah, not so much. I'm not that crazy about it. But I figured I would give my thoughts on that. And you know, I thank you guys for being here. Hopefully you guys made it all the way through to the end of the video. If you did, thank you very much. I'm very, very appreciative of that. And if you're new and you're just cruising on through and this is the first video you see, well, I'd like to say hi, welcome, and I hope you like the video. If you like it, hit the like button. If you really like it, hit that subscribe button. And don't be afraid to tell your friends, any other friends that you have that are big hockey nuts. Let them know about the channel. The more people that get eyes on it, the more the channel can get out there to people, and the more we hopefully can help the channel grow, because that's kind of the goal. So I thank you guys for being here. You guys take her easy. And again, if you're new and you're just cruising on through and you happen to come across a video, hit that like button. If you really like it, hit the subscribe button. I would love to have you all be a part of the channel. And I'll talk to you guys again very soon.